Hey yo, what up? It's your boy Price the Boss. I got my co-host with me, Carrie with 2 R's, 2 E's. And where we at right now?
We at the No Poli-Cast.
Waay2Neat, just run it off.
Clean.
Shawty, she trippin', she want me to stay at the crib, but I can't cause I need me a trip. I got a car for a whop, it's a 4-hour drive, but you know I'm just trying to get rich. It's been a month since I told me a trip, and the fees, they be calling like match you the shit. Got money coming in, but I'm still stuck in the track, tryna work my way up to a brick. Shawty, she trippin', she want me to stay at the crib, but I can't cause I need me a trip. I got a car for a whop, it's a 4-hour drive, but you know I'm just trying to get rich. It's been a month since I told me a trip, and the fees, they be calling like match you the shit. Got money coming in, but I'm still stuck in the track.
K. We here. We in the building. You know the mood. You know how we get down. It's your boy Price the Boss. And I got my lovely co-host with me, Carrie with 2 R's and 2 E's. Where we at right now?
You already know where we at. We at No Poli-Cast episode 23, guys. We here. We lit. Hey,
That
and
Jordan number.
We got Waay2Neat in the building. Hey.
Waay2Neat in the building. Episode 23. Had to step on the Jordan ones and the Jordan shirt, you know, just for the 23, you know what I'm saying?
Jeez.
Thank you to Carrie and everyone for having me here.
That's what's
I
poppin'.
paid twice. You guys can't see her right now, but she's in the building.
Thank you for coming.
Big up.
Yeah, you know. We here.
Thank you for coming, man. We appreciate you for coming.
And Carrie, this is an artist that you kind of plugged into the Feed the Fire radio show, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I was playing this record. I never even heard of you before that, but the record, when I played the record, I'm like, yo, this is something that we always gotta put on the show, right? And now we got you in the building, right? So it's an honor to have you in the building, my G.
Right? That song is my favorite song from him. And I think he knows that. Like, I tell him all the time. Like, oh my God. And I feel like that's just from, like, networking. Right? That's how I met him. Just somehow, you know, networking online.
Well, you know you're a lady and you're networking, so I think we should call it Network Queen. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a lady and you get it out here, because that's how it kind of went down, right?
Yeah.
You landed up. So like I said, that's what it is, man. So shout out to your network queening. Was it network queening?
Network queening.
Yeah, shout out to your network queening, man.
Right? And I appreciate you for coming out. Like, I'm super excited. I'm so happy to meet you. I love that video. Shout out to everybody who played a part in that whole entire project. Because, like, I mean, that was amazing.
Shout out to Waay2Neat, the man behind the camera, for sure.
Right?
Shout out to Waay2Neat.
We had a brief. Before we get into the topic of the day, you had a brief convo about doing that video and kind of owing it to yourself to kind of just have yourself in the video, because it looks like a lot of work was put into the video. But
to be honest, when I wrote the track specifically, I was like, not in my feelings, but you know, I'm like, yeah, I need to get out of the city right now. You know, I'm like, it's a 4-hour drive. Need to go out west, you know. So I was just in my mood, writing. It just came along, beat came along, and MK was with me when I recorded it. She's with me as everything goes down.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
You know, she's like plays basically half the part. You know, if she wasn't there, like, you know, a lot of stuff wouldn't get done, and like vice versa. You know.
Hold on, as you say that, can you just pop in real quick and say what up to like a little quick wave? Because we say their name a lot. At least let them see you at least. You know. So what we said now?
Got MK twice in the building.
I know MK twice.
Been rapping for a while, a few years now, but now it's like,
a whole decade.
I know it's crazy still, but now is the time where it's like we're older, more focused. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we're just really taking this time to buckle down and take this music stuff serious. You know.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming out and sharing everything with us. Like, that's amazing. Took the time to come here, talk about it. That's dope. We love to see it. We love to see the music. We love to see the hard work. And you guys are putting it in.
Shout out MK. You know, it's all about support, though. You know, I gotta help you out, because you gotta support. It takes a lot to support, because that's one thing that we don't have a lot of in the city. A lot of people just don't support. They wait to see the numbers before they start supporting, right? So we always gotta shout out the people that support us when things begin. You know what I mean? So as that goes, what is the topic of the day, Carrie?
Topic of the day. is there a way to make it 1 foot in, 1 foot out? What's your definition of being 1 foot in, 1 foot out? Being a music artist, and from what you've seen, like with the artists in the city trying to do music and trying to be in the streets, can they do both, or should they have 2 feet in to whatever they're trying to do?
To be honest, with the 1 foot in, 1 foot out situation, it's like it all depends, because you could have 1 foot in and 1 foot out and still make it, or you could have 2 feet in and not make it, like you said, and it's just due to the fact of like connections, who it could be like you could drop one single and next thing you know you sign a deal, or there's people that could drop 10 singles and then and now record labels are looking at them. So it just all depends on where you're from in the city, what connections you have, and just like the kind of fan base and like the support you have from you, because you can get one repost from one person, next thing you know you have people messaging you. So just like that one repost, all it takes is a repost. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people like from certain neighborhoods and they have the fan base, and it's like they don't really support the ones from the hood like they should be doing, So it's like people could be doing a lot better, but I feel like you could make it 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Not necessarily due to the fact of like in the streets, but just in general, like say some people are rapping and then some people have a job, so it's like they can't fully like be doing the music all the time, So I feel like you could make it 1 foot in, 1 foot out, as long as you're focused and you want to get what you want to get done. Then you can make it for sure.
I think you can. I think you can, as long as you're good at it. Like what I mean? Like you can't be like, even if like if you have the money and everything's blessed, but you can't rap. There's something that I like to call mosh up, like But if you have the poly behind you, then people, because like Toronto's like different than New York. New York, they love the culture. If you could rap, all that stuff. Toronto's more like the story, what's behind you, like all that kind of stuff, right? So sometimes it helps, but I think you have to be talented for that part to work. Or at least if you're in the streets and you're not making money, it's not gonna work. Cause how you gonna do music? It costs a lot of money to do music. How much that video? You dropped some money on that video, no?
To be honest, both of my videos together, like, cause remember studio time too, and like roughly like $50-$60 an hour, Roughly. So it's like depending on where you're, before mixing, and you gotta pay to get it mixed and mastered and stuff. So like each video you're doing is over $1,000 for sure, So it's like you gotta be having. Not necessarily whatever you're doing in the streets. It could be a job, you could be in the streets, whatever, but you have to have some type of income to be supporting yourself. And this is all out of pocket. Exactly. No one's helping me. You know what I'm saying? This is all out of pocket. So it's like anytime, even if I don't make it, this is all my time and effort. But you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stay down and committed until time comes.
That's what's up, man. I rate that. Cheers to that, man. Cheers. We here, we sipping. Carrie sipping that sorrow. It's not even Christmas yet, but she's sipping that.
Sorrow, yes.
I love me some sorrow. What can I say? And I wanted to touch on, because you said when you wrote Mindset, it was the frame of mind that you were in at the time.
Yeah.
And look at how amazing it came out, just because you were under that stress or that pressure at the time, and you just focused that and channeled it into your music and expressed it.
Sure.
Like, that's dope.
I have a lot. There's like a lot of songs that I didn't even release, and it's like kind of like on the same kind of wavelength. It's just like literally, I'll just be at home, and it's like you're going through something. You don't even have to be going through something, but like, you know what I'm saying? Something could have happened. You could be going through something right now, and it's just like it comes to your head. You want to get it out, and then next thing you know, it's like it's a masterpiece.
Right.
We're the same type of writer, because I was talking the other day, and I was explaining that I'm an emotionally driven writer. Yeah. I'm not one of those people that someone like Carrie sent me a track and she got a verse back in like a couple months because like I don't just.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
When I just write, it's kind of harder, right? But when I go through a situation. It's kind of like it writes itself.
Exactly.
And like as an artist, you know when it's right.
Right.
That's why, like, I don't know. When it comes to rapping, it's like there's a lot of people that are like, I'm not gonna say capping, but it's like they are capping, to be honest. Because it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's not hard. It's not hard to rap or to write something if you actually lived it. You know what I'm saying? You just got to figure out how to put it together and make it flow. So it's like. People that are sitting there for 2 hours and can't write nothing is because you're capping. Everything in your rap is cap. You
have to think about.
You really gotta you're thinking too hard. Where it's like, all right.
You hear that, folks? Anytime somebody is thinking too hard before they say something, it's usually cap. Wave cap. Snap.
Wave cap.
Speaking of caps, yo, did you see that off-white head tap cap? Carrie, can you please show me that? I hate this shit.
What is that?
What is this?
What is this?
Seen this?
What is this?
I don't have to. Do you guys see this right here? This right here.
What is this trying to say?
So
to
for
the
those who don't know,
customer?
what's a head tap? For those who don't know, what's a head tap?
A head tap is. Well, I don't want to be disrespectful when someone gets shot in their head, but no poly. You know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna keep it 100. But this hat right here is like, I don't know if you got attacked by a shark.
Like,
I don't know if you like running through the forest. Your hat got caught in a branch. Like, I don't know what's going on right here. Like, I don't know still. But what's that? What's that little hole for? So when I'm not wearing it, I could just hook it on my finger or something. Like, I don't know what's going on with that.
Is that red on the inside? What is this hat trying to promote? Is that what it's called? The head tap cap?
How much is this hat?
Jeez.
How much?
Probably a couple hundred for sure.
I don't even know how much.
You know what it is?
Couple hundred for sure. Off-white. As soon as they put the off-white, I know.
Yo, you know what it
name?
is? It's the cost.
Just the name alone.
It's the cost of our
crazy.
dignity, guys. It's
Who
the
would buy
cost of
this?
our dignity.
If you seen somebody wearing this price,
Hey, don't say that now. You know why? Because people are wearing holes in their jeans. So when you
But
see
is it
people
about
wear,
the holes?
no, but it's not about that though. Everyone's doing. Listen, these are the times where everybody's doing the things that real niggas never used to do back then, or even stand behind. Like for example, there's a lot of things in the media that people talk about and they get banned about. People stand behind, but something like this, a lot of people don't. They'll look at this and just say, "Oh, it just means this," and then nobody will rally behind it to make them stop doing this.
Don't get it twisted. Some people will look at that as drip, but just not in my eyes. You know what I'm saying?
What is it
like,
promoting?
I'm not gonna go spend 4 times the price of a normal hat for half of a hat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for half of a hat, like it's not making sense.
That's what they meant when they said half off.
It's too much. Half off. Wow. No, it's too much. It's too much.
I don't know.
But you'll still see somebody. There's gonna be somebody wearing it.
Probably gonna see some celebrities wearing it. You never know.
A
Someone's gonna put it on,
celebrity. We'll wait to see which one.
When Kanye West was doing all that, when everyone was looking at Kanye like, "Yo, what is this?" And then look what happened. A couple years later, everyone started looking at it like drip.
Everyone has their own brands, and like, Balenciaga has clothes. There's like holes, and it's like, the whole shirt looks like you got attacked by a bear. So it's like, in some people's eyes it's drip, but it's like,
it's like
look
art.
like I got attacked by a bear. So why am I wearing this?
On the wall when someone gets a splat of paint, and someone else look at it and say, "Oh my God, I'll pay like $5 million."
Yeah.
Meanwhile, someone else will look at that and say, "Yo, I won't even trade like a pack of backwards." Trust me. You know what I mean? So it's perception. Everything's perception,
Exactly. And you said that you've been working on some stuff. So what do you got going on?
I have a single coming out with MK, Flint Flow Freestyle.
Jeez.
It's like kind of the Detroit way, the Flint, Michigan wave, And I have another feature working on
MK.
Yeah.
It's working.
Jeez. See, get that clean.
Too much sauce.
You got another feature. That's gonna be a hot one.
I have a couple of them in the vault right now, still, to be honest. But I can't say all the features I'm doing because I can't disclose all the information. But
yeah,
I have a feature with O-Rock.
Jeez.
And then my next homie, it's Mr. 22. It's crazy. That's gonna be another.
Oh my gosh! Flow. All these visuals are just clean. That's gonna be a hot feature. So you got like a hot, right? Like
in the middle of the parking lot.
My God, man, oh man, that's gonna be a hot tape. That's it. That looks clean, neat. Yeah, man.
Lambo, when you see that, it makes it look like the Lambo's nothing. Right? Say, it's just a Lambo, so as I get ready for my day.
Right. So you got a hot tape coming that's dope, and you just dropped a song too, right?
Yeah. Show just dropped a single Cash on all platforms.
Yeah. Oh my God, and even this one too. Like I heard it, and I was like, I can't even. The beat. Who made the beat for that one?
I forget the exact producer. I have to look inside my phone. But I had a bunch of beat packs. Like I literally, before I go to the studio, I always post producers send beats.
Yeah. And they just send it to you.
Yeah, so you just go through them quick, whichever one and just hop on it.
Jeez.
That's what's up, man. What do you think is the importance of an artist being? Are you independent?
Yeah, independent.
Do you think some artists think it's hard to be independent? Do you think it's easy to be independent or important? Like, how do you feel about being independent?
To be honest, it all depends. I'm not gonna say it's hard, but I'm not gonna say it's easy. You know what I'm saying? So like, like I say, you just gotta be focused. You know what I'm saying? If you have support behind you, and you could be independent and still have support. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm independent, but I still have support from the people around me. You know what I'm saying? So the more they push me and the more I push them, is the more we're gonna go harder with each other and like just in life in general. So you just. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking for management right now because like just to deal with everything, it's like people are messaging me for promotions, features, like all this stuff, and then it's like I have my own life too. So it's like all this stuff at once is kind of like it's an overload. So like I'm looking for management or someone that could just help me on that kind of base. You know what
That's
I'm
what's
saying?
up. That's what's up.
Solid team. That's what is important. Because do you do anything else so that like I was gonna ask if you like shoot your like direct any of your videos to
the Waay2Neat, he directed the Mindset for me, and then Phase 4 Productions, he directed that one for me. But if I have a management, like a team behind my back that's like actually into like that kind of stuff like directing, then like I'd more give my thought of mine on the video. Like obviously I do give my thought of mine on the videos, but it's like I'm thinking of videos and I'm like, shoot, I gotta go shopping, I gotta go get this, and like so it's just so much going on. So like I try to get the cameraman to direct it, but he gives me like he'll send me like half when it's directed and be like, okay, how do you like this? And I'll be like, all right, I want this, and then I want that. So like take all this, and
I prefer that as well because I like them to have their spin on it because it's like I have an idea, but you're the cameraman and you're supposed to like help me really bring my idea.
Some guys are directors and some are actually just videographers.
Right.
You gotta find the one that has a passion to direct. You gotta find the one that like. If something's happening, they're gonna stop and be like, "Hold on, we gotta do that one again."
Right.
And some cameramans, like not all of them, but like some of them have like 2 or 3 guys that they work with when they go do the shoot. So it's like he'll be the cameraman and someone's there directing, and someone else is taking photos for the actual, So there'll be like the cameramen have their teams too. You know what I'm saying? But you just gotta find the right cameraman that works and does those kind of things, right?
That's important too when navigating. Like, have you ever faced any challenges when you're like trying to like find the perfect person who's gonna help you bring all of these different ideas to life, like even like finding a videographer, finding a studio, finding a beat maker?
Studio is like it doesn't really, I personally don't think it doesn't matter about the studio, it matters about the producer, engineer, you know what I'm saying? Because like I found a producer the other day and I've been going to him for like the past 3 weeks, and it's like out of all the producers I met, he actually gives me feedback, and it's like, don't do this, or you should do this, and it's like, oh, cut that part out, let's redo it, you should do doubles here, so it's like I feel like he's actually working with me. There's sometimes I go to the studio and I leave, I go there for 4 hours and I leave, and it's like I feel like I got nothing done, just due to the fact that the producer, engineer, whatever is not giving me feedback. So it's like I just feel like I just went and rapped, and it's like you're not giving me the structure of like do this and do that. You're the producer. You're the one that's making the music. When I drop this, you don't want everyone to be like, this is shit, and then it's like you produced it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you have a thought in what you want me to do, or just an idea, even if I don't do it, it's still an idea. Like let it be known type of thing.
But then it goes back to this one.
Exactly.
It goes back to there's producers, and there's the guys that just make the beats.
For sure.
You know what I mean? What I think the level that you're at and where your mentality's at, I feel like. Not to say this is where you're at. This is remember, like I said, this is our first time. Just
For sure.
But it's based off your energy. It seems like you feel like you're at the top of one level, which means you're at the bottom of the next level.
Yeah.
Because in order to get to every level, you have to be at the bottom of a level, right? So right now, it seems like you're gracefully getting to the parts where it's like, you know where you're at.
Yeah.
But you also know where you want to be.
Yeah, for sure.
So you always have to keep that mentality, even when you get to that point. Once you get to that, you still have to be like, okay.
Because you didn't settle. You didn't settle with that one producer. You kept going. You kept bouncing around until you finally bunked into this guy, and you're like, well, there you go. Now I probably don't have to go anywhere else.
That's happened with me and my producer. I work with a producer. His name's 220 on the beat.
Shout out 220.
Shout out 220. And the thing about him is that I've been rapping for a minute, so. He had to hit me up and say, "Yo, fam, no one's rapping like LL Cool J no more. Fam. You gotta, you gotta switch it up." And at first, I was like, "Yo, what do you mean? Dog, yo, everyone likes this flow."
My mom was in love with LL Cool J, man. Holy smoke.
Right? And after now, it's like, yo, you have to be able to make music. So when you get someone that you trust their opinion, they're like, "Yo, that's the one." You really believe that's the one. You know what I mean? So. Yeah. Shout out to all the producers.
Everyone has to have their own style too. It's like, I just feel like not necessarily too many people are trying to bite each other's flow, but it's like everyone's trying to make Toronto music sound like one type of like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you just be yourself and come in with your own, like, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like you have your own sauce. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna do this auto tune. I'm gonna sound like this guy. Or I'm gonna like, you know, yeah, you can use the auto tune, but not to the point where you don't sound like you sound like in person and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like use it for certain notes and what you're doing, but it's like just be yourself with the music. Like I don't go in there being, oh, I'm gonna sound like Chief Keef or I'm gonna sound like Lil Baby. Like, you know, I just go in there and I be myself. Whatever plays out after, I listen to it, and where I mess up, I'll be like, all right, I gotta fix this. I gotta come a little bit higher on this note, and like, you know, so it's like I don't go in there trying to think like, oh, I'm trying to make a track and make it sound like Lil Baby, and like, you know what I'm saying? Just literally.
But some people do.
I know people do that. They go in there, they'll literally go search up a type beat, Lil Baby type beat, and go try rap like Lil Baby. Like, well,
that's why
he's laughing.
What are you doing?
Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted though. They might be hot.
Nah, it might
but
be
they'll
hot,
never be big though.
Nah, for sure.
It'll be hot though.
Nah,
it'll be
sure.
hot. It'll bump you for a second, but you'll never be big. Sure. Big is like big is timeless. Big is like yo. No matter when that drops, you could drop that next year to somebody's ears and it'll still be new to them. Like that song right there, fam. I guarantee if you go somewhere to like, even if you go to probably the Dominicans or something, and you play that, they're not gonna be listening to it saying, "Oh, that sounds like a song I heard last year."
I know, trust me.
That sound is timeless. The same one, you know. Can you give us the bars? What do you say in the chorus right there?
Shawty, she tripping. She want me to stay at the crib, but I can't because I need me a trip. I gotta call for a whop. It's a 4-hour drive, but you know I'm just trying to get rich.
Yay. Yo, and if you're a hustler and you listen, like it's like Jay-Z bars. Right. It's like, yo, when you're a youth and you hear Jay-Z, you're just like, yo, everyone likes Jay-Z. I like Jay-Z. But then you get older, you go through certain things, you hear those bars, you're like, yo, those ones hit.
With you, right?
I have random people message me and they're like, yo, I listen to your music. Like I have obviously, you know, Spotify for artists and stuff, and like you just go on there randomly and it's like, oh, this amount of people are listening to your music right now. And it's like I'm just sitting there like, you know, you're just getting streams at all times. Like,
right. That's nice.
People I don't even know just messaging me like, yo, I listen to your music every time I go to work in the morning, when I'm coming home, when I'm on the highway, and I'm just like, you know, you gotta feel love, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm here and I'm not seeing physically what's going on, but people are like reaching out to me, telling me like, you know, I'm listening to your music. So, you know, it's like that kind of keeps me motivated too, you know?
That's dope.
That's what
How do you want your fans, like, what is the feeling or the impact that you want your music? How do you want to speak to them, like your fans, and how do you want them to feel after they're listening to your music?
To be honest, it's not like I just make like one genre of music. You know, I have like, obviously the trap habits is more of like the trap kind of flow. Me and MK2Icy have like a Flint kind of track coming out, like, you know, like Y&J, like Rio the Young OG, like those kind of guys, you know, the Detroit flow. And then obviously Mindset's more of like the melodic flow, you know. So it's not like I'm just we have Bounce. There's literally a track for the shorties, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I play Bounce right now, I guarantee the whole club lit. Club turn up.
Yo, can you give us a line from it?
I can't even do that one right now, to be honest.
Can MK give us a line?
Can MK do what she wants, but I want to say, I personally want. You know how long? Do you know how long we've been working on that track? And I just feel like every time we're about to like we come to the conclusion, we're just gonna be like, all right, do you want to drop? We're like, nah, let's not do it yet. And then we're like, all right, let's drop it. And then we're like, nah, let's not do it. I just feel like it needs to be dropped at the right time. I don't even promo it, nothing like that. It's just that
this
track
is the right time. Listen, I'm gonna ask you right now on No Poly. I'm gonna ask you on No Poli-Cast right now. Cause yo, we have to speak into fruition. You see how you said, oh yo, you don't know when,
Yeah.
Yo, I wish I had the Jeopardy music, man. Yo, when are y'all dropping that track? You gotta tell us right now, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna say before the new year, 100% sure.
You hear that? Before
we have four songs that we're actually working on. The Flint is the main one we're doing right now. We just got the cover art, so we're waiting for the audio motion and all that stuff to come back. And then we have one called Love and Memory. We did that one about a year ago. We're gonna go fix it up though. That one's kind of like in respect to like, you know, our homie that passed away. And then we have the Bounce. That's for the females, and you know, the turning up, strip, you know what I'm saying, strip club, little one stone, little something, you know. And people from they're 55 to 65 are listening to my music, and I'm like, 15%. I'm like, whose granny's listening to my music? Is my granny's not listening to my music, you know? I'm like, it ain't my granny, so I don't know, but like, literally, just try to target all audiences, because it's like if you keep dropping trap music, you know, like. The older people don't want to listen to trap music. Like, I play Trap Habits around my uncle. He's like, what the heck is this? And I'm like, you know, like, you're an older guy, you know, like, He's like, you know, it's not into this new age. Like,
right.
even artists that are relevant right now, it's like he doesn't even listen to them. It's just old school Jamaican music. So it's like you gotta literally just target everything, get everybody's eyes on what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Even if you drop one track, for them to have your eyes on you, if they like that one track, then it's like, you know, they still your support.
Right?
Yeah.
They give you that reassurance that yes, I'm listening to your music. And is there a specific way like that you try to broaden the market like outside of the city, like for your target audience as well?
To be honest, I promote my music all day long. I send my music to everybody.
Yeah.
I send it to promotion pages, to my homies, to artists in the States.
You spend money on promo?
Yeah, for sure. I spend money on promo.
Can you tell them the importance of that, please? Because a lot of people don't know
Even
that.
a couple of my homies that rap too and stuff, I tell them, it's like, you can't just expect to drop music and people to listen to it. You got to pay this person to promote it, that person to promote it. So, like, you know, like, I promoted on this one page in Ottawa and a bunch of random Ottawa kids are like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I'm walking into people. I was on the highway and heard someone playing Trap Habits going by me. And I'm like, I'm on the highway. I'm not even listening to my track right now. Someone's flying past me playing it, you know? So it's like, it's crazy.
That's
still.
it.
Like,
That's
it's
what's up, man. I wish you could have got that on
a
snap.
Yeah, I know. You listening? Yeah, I trust you.
I posted a moment like that the other day. I was chilling in the falls and after all of a sudden someone pulled up and they're playing one of my tracks.
It's a good feeling. It's like that's me.
So I know the feeling you're talking about. It's actually surreal. It's like when you get support from somebody that you don't know, it makes you like makes you wonder.
Right? Nigga, we made it.
Makes you appreciate it. It makes you appreciate it because sometimes it's hard to get support from people that you know for years.
Like, don't get it twisted. There's some times where like life outside of this music, like, you know, I'll be going through it and it's like sometimes I'll just be like, forget it. Like, I don't even want to rap no more, you know? But then it's like the supporters that, like, you know what I'm saying, that's behind my back, it's like they're the ones that keep me pushing. I literally come to days where I'm like, I don't even feel like doing music. There's so much real life problems that's going on. It's like, how am I gonna stay focused on music, you know? But it's like the ones that's not here, they would want me to stay focused and want me to do what I want to do in life, and you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you just, like you're saying, you just gotta stay on the right path.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna say not have one foot in, one out, but just, if you're going to, just stay focused on both things. You know what I'm saying? You can't be doing half-ass jobs. You know what I'm saying? Literally, I'm gonna say half-ass jobs. You know what I'm saying? Because people are doing studio time, and it's like, you want to be a rapper, but you're only recording once a month. How are you recording once a month and you want to be a rapper?
Exactly.
You dropping one track every month, and you're not even gonna drop it. So what are you doing? Dropping 3 tracks a year? You know? So it's like you really gotta put in the studio time. People go broke on music, and next thing you know, you get a deal, and it's like, holy smokes! Like, I literally just went broke on this. You're thinking that you're not gonna make it, and then boom, you get a deal. You know? So it's like
it's about faith, no?
Yeah, you have to
keep it pushing. And that brings me to our favorite segment.
With a real one, because he seemed like he keeping it real.
Right? I can't even
he seemed like he keeping it real. So, speaking of keeping it real, we got something to see if you really got bars or not. Carrie, what do we got?
What's up, guys? You already know what time it is. No Polygraph segment, episode 14. We about to get right into it. And remember, every Saturday night, Feed the Fire radio show. Make sure you guys are following. Turn Up Hour from 11 p.m. to midnight. DM us your favorite songs from your local artist that you want to hear. We're playing it. Turn Up Hour. Make sure you follow me, Care Music, Price the Boss, No Poli-Cast. Shout out our sponsors, Black Spade Studio, Circle ENT, and thank you so much for my lovely drink from Sonia Sorrell today. And Countryman Genetics.
Exactly.
Countryman.
And I must admit, I'm lifted. It got me lifted.
You want to get lifted? Call the old man.
Right?
Countryman Genetics. Hey, guys. Yeah. All right, we got Waay2Neat. He's about to shut it down. Justin, drop that. Shout out Sway Supreme for the beat.
Shout out No Poli-Cast, carrying the whole team out the mud. Zig City Rich, Waay2Neat on the beat.
Hey, yo, Sway, this is Tsunami.
Listen. Feeling this one. I got a call. Now I'm stuck on the phone, was swerving through traffic. All of these out-of-town trips got me wrapping these bands and elastics. This life that I'm living, no, you couldn't manage. Heart broke, head damage, riding around with this ratchet. Out-of-town break on the package. Re-up, repeat, I'm a bandit. Wait, you making money, but you do it average. When we getting money, we get the whole baggage. Out the mud, I ain't got time for no slacking. Remix the work in the pot like it's magic. Oils, they coming together like magnets. Dry it off, distribute to the addicts. 3 points for 100, I'm laughing. Cut from the traffic, they move sporadic way. City to city, wholesaling the package. Fighting my demons, sometimes I can't manage. Trying to find God, but the devil harassing. Bust down, VVS, they dancing. Don't go blind, trying to stick cause they fashion way. Head tap, cause a whole lot of damage way. Cause I got a car now, I'm swerving away. Hey, cause I got a car now, I'm swerving through. Real repeat, I'm a bandit. When you in the trap, gotta know mathematics. Stay with a tool like I work for, Stay with a tool like I work for mechanics. Head tap, cause a whole lot of damage, ayy. Listen,
Jeez. Oh.
I heard that. Damn.
Jeez.
Did you hear the switch up in the flow?
I heard it, but I already knew. That's why I invited him out here, because I was just trying to push y'all away. You know what I'm saying? I already been knowing.
I ain't gonna lie, I came through college quality.
Bars or freaking da.
How could they vote?
Instagram. Guys, comment, YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Circle ENT. Leave us a comment. Let us know. Waay2Neat. Bars or not. What do you guys think of that? Fire polygraph. What do you guys think? Let us know. Vibes for show. That's all I gotta say. That was dope. Pricey. Let them know.
Hey,
about the sound. If
you want your sound to sound like what you just heard, all you gotta do is just send an email to this link right here. Right? Carrie, what does it say right here?
CEO@thecircleent.ca, y'all.
Make sure you just send your waves or send your inquiry, and you'll get a request within 48 hours, the most, you know?
Jeez.
But yes.
Thank you again, man. That was amazing.
You came through with a drip. You know, this is the 23rd episode. You came with a Jordan 23. Jeez. And I see you got nice jewelry going on, right? So it's real tasteful too. What's your favorite piece? What's your favorite kind of like?
I like rings, you know?
Yeah.
It's like
rings.
You don't even need to wear the chains. You wear some rings and it's like, you know, not everyone sees your hand, but you know you're dripping. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, the rings and the bracelets.
It's the power.
Yeah.
It's the stones. It's the power, no?
I gotta give me some.
Chains are nice too, but you know, personally, a lot of people are red eye, you know? People see you with chains, you know what I'm saying? You know how that goes, right? So you just keep it original, just keep some rings on, not everyone sees it, you know? Yeah.
That's how I am. I'm like, with people like, I'm like, you're not worried about like, I'm clutching my pearls every day. I'm like, get away from me, Brokey. Trust me. Oh man, no. Yeah, it looks good. That was dope, man. Like, guys, I'm not saying like every time somebody comes here, they just set the bar so high. Right. And you know, hey, that's all I gotta say.
Don't worry, Carrie and I soon touch the we soon do the polygraph soon, right? But everybody's just heating it up right now. Everyone's heating it up right now.
Everybody's eating it up. So shout out to you. And we want to know, like, who is your inspiration? Because we got to know where the flow comes from, like, the sound. Like, how long have you been making music? Like, tell us a little bit of your backstory.
Music, holy smokes. Like, I want to say, like, about 10 years. Because, like, I was writing, like, when I was younger, I was writing music, you know, like, from I was, like, 11, you know, like, 12.
Yeah.
Just writing music. But, like, I didn't have access to studio time. Right. You know, so I was just writing. I literally have, like, notebooks. Supposed to be doing work in there, and it's just pure lyrics. Wow. I'm going through there, and it's like, I have the notebook still at home, and I literally look at it, and it has dates on it. And I'm like, holy shit.
Always good.
And I'm trying to rap it now, and it's like, I don't even know what the flow is, because that's so long ago, you know? But it's like, my first music video I did was, how old was I? I was like 15, pretty sure it was.
Wow.
Yeah, but that was a while ago still. It was called Money Mitch. But I didn't go as Waay2Neat.
Money?
DSM Hantra. Yeah, it's called Money Mitch. But it's on YouTube still, actually. But it's older video. You probably look at it and be like, oh, man, this is like, could tell I was younger. Like, yeah, you could.
Oh, so y'all been rocking with each other for a minute.
Yeah, we've been living in it. Yeah, literally, like, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's good to have people that you've known, like, for a decade or more, still rocking with you.
Trust me.
That's amazing.
Couple more people that, like, you know, were supposed to come, but, like, you know, they weren't able to make it. But, like, same thing. All like knew them for over 10 years. Like you know what I'm saying. It's not like I just like know them like that.
Right.
Like I know their parents, they know my parents. Like like all that kind of stuff.
Okay,
type of
them
thing,
ones. So like when you're back in the day, if you did something wrong and you got their parents would deal with you like.
They see me doing something. 2 minutes later, my mom knows. Oh, I heard you're doing this. And it's like, how'd you know that? So and so told me.
That's a real community.
Yeah.
You know what a community is? Okay, this is what community is. This is another quotable right here.
Oh, here we go.
Communication plus unity makes community, right? Because first you have to you got to communicate with each other, right? And once everybody communicates, then it has to be unity, right? So that's the real definition of community. So you gotta. No, that's what
Yeah, you broke it down like that.
Broke it down, you know what I'm saying?
What a prices breakdowns,
right? But that's real talk though. So it's good to be able to do things like this and be able to bring people that you grew up with on these moments because you never know. There's a lot of people that aren't here with us right now, or you know what I mean, aren't in positions to do what you're doing right now.
To be honest, like. My homie, he passed away, He wasn't, like, nothing into the streets or nothing. Like, he played basketball, but, like, if, like, us were rapping right now, he would want us to see us go, like, hard and, like, chase our goals and stuff. Because, like, he was well motivated. Like, go to school every day, don't miss school. Like, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't, like, outside like how we were outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would be outside, but not chilling with us in the hood and, like, whatever, He goes to school, plays his ball. You see him at the rec center, whatever, shooting hoops and things, So, like, personally, that's who I want to go hard for. You know what I'm saying? I want to be as motivated as he was. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even those times when I break down and think like, I don't want to do music. I got to think like, I got to stay motivated for the ones that's not here.
That's what's up, man. That's what you doing, man.
Who did you listen to when you were growing up, like music wise?
I'm not gonna lie, Lil Wayne. Hey. Lil Wayne was Weezy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's hard still.
What's your favorite Weezy song?
I'm not gonna lie, growing up. Because I'm not that old, to be honest. Mm-hmm. But growing up, I used to listen to A Milli. Because he used to come on BET like every day, Yes. So I'm literally in school and I'm just rapping it. To the point where I'm all like finessing the kids in school. I'm like, Lil Wayne's my dad. Like, finessing the kids in school. Because I had dreads those times, So they're looking at me like, I'm like, yeah, it's my dad. They're like, oh my God, that's your pops. Until they see my dad, they're like, yeah.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
Like, nah, that's not my dad. That's my uncle, man.
But yeah,
your dad is like, you out here claiming Wayne today.
Yeah, Lil Wayne's hard.
Yeah.
What about Toronto wise?
I've been listening to Drake, to be honest. Drake is like,
shout out Drake.
Drake is like one of those ones that's like, you really gotta listen to what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, if you listen to it, because a lot of different flows. He has like the poetic flow kind of thing, like the poetry type shit. And then he has like the rap and whatever. He has a 1-2 like UK tracks with I forget the artist, but yeah, he has a 1-2 the UK flows. But it's like, just like how I said, like, you gotta have different flows for different people. It's like he's doing the same thing, He can't just keep doing the same flow for hours. Look how long he's been rapping. That's why rappers don't make it that long.
You don't try to deal with transition. Remember I told you about my producer telling me, yo, you sound like LL Cool J. Yeah. Some people have so much bands and so much success and such a hardcore like fan base. They're like, yo, what do you mean LL Cool J? I'm doing this. Yeah. But they don't know that their brand is deteriorating. And then when those people stop purchasing, there's no new fans that are interested in buying, right?
Exactly. So important to...
It's always good to
be open to transition.
It's always good to evolve because you can always be as big as a dinosaur, but everything that extinct sometimes.
So tell us now what your song of the week would be.
Not gonna lie, I'm fucking with that Northside Benji. The showers.
Yeah.
that right there. That was the most anticipated. That's. That's it still.
Yeah.
Song of the week for sure. The whole tape is crazy, a matter of fact. Like, it's just like, you gotta just be chilling, kick up, bun a nice spliff, blunt, whatever the case may be, sip a little drink, whatever, and listen to this, and it's just like, like, it really makes you start thinking, because this is different type of music, you know what I'm saying? This is not like, he's from out here, but it's not Toronto type, like, you know what I'm saying? Right. He has his own melodic flow, and it's like, the pitches in the voice while he's rapping, it's not just one flow the whole time. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be different. That's why the video's crazy too.
Crazy.
This wasn't even shot out here for sure. You know what I'm saying?
This
wasn't even shot out here, you know? So
you know where he's at.
yeah, so this is just crazy.
Yeah, I'm
like, you know, this is what people want to see. Still, you know what I'm saying?
So I have a question. So yo, if you had a no Poli feature track, like you featuring 2 other people that if it wasn't for the Poli or whatever the case may be that they had or whatever, you probably feature with them.
Like 2 separate people or like on
2 separate, because this track has to be one of those tracks that people look at and say, whoa, there's too much Poli on this, but this is Poli free right here, you know?
To be honest, I probably would do a track with Benji. I just like his whole entire flow is just different. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I feel like all these Toronto, not that they sound the same, but he's just different. Like, you know, like you literally listen to his music and like, you know, when you listen to music and you feel the music, you're not just listening to the music, you're literally feeling the music.
It's not a track, it's a song.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like him for sure I'd do a feature with, and another rapper from the city. Specific, do they have to be from the city?
Well, yeah, from the city.
Yeah.
It could be an older rapper too. It could be anybody. Like it has to be.
I don't find my flow to really match none of these Toronto raps. So I don't really see myself like, you know, going on. Not to say that like they're better than me or I'm like anything like that, but I just don't see like, you know, I can't be like, oh, I want to go on a track with YG. We have 2 different flows, and it's like I'm gonna have to buckle down to him, or he's gonna have to buckle down to me. So it's like. I personally just...
So let's keep it at Benji.
Yeah, I just feel like Benji... Yeah, I would. That's what I was going to say. Like, if it's out of the city, like...
Yeah, he's from the city, man.
He's from the city, but, like, you know, he's more, like... Not really in the city.
But we all... That's all... That's
you know what I'm saying? So, like,
that's what we all aspire to be, though, man. That's all... When you get that big... When you get that big, you're still from the city, man. When you get that big, we still going to say you from the city, homie.
For sure.
But I get it, though. He's like a super
you're just talking about, like, not necessarily underground rappers, but, like, you know, more on, like, you know, Drake, he's up there. Like, you know, he's out there, you know? So, like...
Yeah.
Of course.
So, Carrie, where can they find their updates?
Well, we want to get into our quote of the day. We want to know what you like to live by. Let the people know what your quote of the day.
To be honest, make money, not friends.
Hey.
Make money.
Say that again? Make money, not friends. Word to my big homie Juice. Long live Juice.
It's like a money mantra.
Trust me.
Make money, not friends, y'all.
Facts. You dig.
You heard it here. I love that. That's such a great quote. I feel like a lot of people can relate to that, and especially
I'm not saying to like stop talking to the people your friends and like just go for money, but it's like
when you
too
have
much company,
friends,
you're not gonna be focused on what you need to be focusing on. So if you have your 1-2 people where it's like, you know, they're 100, then just, you know what I'm saying, chase your goals. The more company you keep and new friends, it's like that's just different energy that's going into your head, and it's like you don't need that because all that bad energy and bad aura, just not gonna have you focused, you know?
Right? Exactly. Stick with your day ones. Build and make money with them.
Trust.
I love that. Well, thank you so much again for joining us. Let everybody know where you can find you. Anybody you want to shout out, anything? Shout out to Zig City Rich. That's MK2IC. You know, that's her whole entire label. MK. So shout out to the whole label. Out the Mud. It's my thing that's going on. I just want to shout out to you guys for having me here. First of all, shout out to all the ones that's just been supporting me. I didn't even want to consider you guys fans. You know, you guys are supporters, you know? So it's like, shout out to all the supporters, the one that's been there since day one, one that's still there, still growing. You know what I'm saying? That's on the path with me, that has faith in me and believe in me and what I'm doing. And just shout out to my homie B3, producer, new homie I just met, the same one I was telling you guys about earlier. Because real supporter still when it comes to this music. I have a lot of new music coming out, and it's like, the sound is just different because it's like, you know, he really, he really, like, you know what I'm saying? He has his heart in with the music. So it's like, he doesn't just want to do it. He wants to produce good music with the artist, you know? So just, you guys can find me on Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, everything, Waay2Neat with 2 A's. And that's it. Waay2Neat, guys. It's going to be right down here. Waay2Neat with 2 A's. And I got my co-host, Carrie, with 2 R's and 2 E's. Episode 23, Jordan, Go Edition. Yep. Carrie in the building. Let them know where they can find us. Carrie Music. Price the Boss, no Poli-Cast, episode 23. Waay2Neat.
3.
We out here, y'all.
Jeez.
Shout out to y'all. Thanks again, man. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey yo, what up? It's your boy Price the Boss. I got my co-host with me, Carrie with 2 R's, 2 E's. And where we at right now?
We at the No Poli-Cast.